All right, so as we were saying, this is basically just the same kind of stuff we were doing the other day. Different units that we're going to be dealing with. Okay, next page. All right, area deals with square units, right? If we have something that's 1 unit by 1 unit, to find the area, you multiply it. And that's not really what we're doing today, but 1 times 1 is 1. This is 1 square unit. So if it's a 1 inch by 1 inch, that's 1 square inch. 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter is 1 square centimeter. And the area of a region, if you've got an area of a region and it's got it divided up into boxes, you can just basically count the boxes. There are 12 boxes there, so the area of that is 12. 4 this way, 3 this way, 4 times 3 is 12. There'll be a problem where you're just asked to count the number of boxes. Now, here's how they get some conversions. All right, 1 foot by 1 foot is 1 square foot. Notice from last time, 12 inches is equal to 1 foot. So a 1 foot by 1 foot box is the same thing as a 12 inch by 12 inch box. 12 times 12 is 144. So what we know is that 1 square foot is equivalent to 144 square inches. Same thing with yards. A 1 yard by 1 yard, 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. So a 1 yard by 1 yard is the same thing as a 3 feet by 3 feet, which tells us that 1 square yard is equivalent to 9 square feet. So those are just conversions we can use.
Dude, this is crazy. We are now under code green.
Code green. We're good.
This is Dr. Perkins. We are now under code green. Again, we're now under code green.
All right, so here are some conversions we're going to use. 1 square, we just did that. 1 acre is about 43,560 square feet or 4,840 square yards. And 1 square mile is equal to 640 acres. Acres is what we typically use in the United States to measure land. If you're buying a farm, you'll ask them how many acres am I buying, or if you're buying land, you're going to want to know how many acres you're buying. But an acre is like a baseball or a football field's about 2 to 3 acres. That's about what it is. So 1 square mile is 640 acres. So that's a pretty good piece of land right there. So here's a type of problem. After Alaska, Wyoming is the least densely populated state. The population is 568,000 and its area is 97,814 square miles. What's their population density? They want to know people per square mile. So all you take is the number of people and divide it by the square miles right there. 568,158 divided by 97,814. That tells us there is about 5.8 people per square mile of area. Okay. So anytime you run into a problem that's per something, you always divide by the per whatever. Miles per hour would be the number of miles divided by the hours. Miles per gallon would be the number of miles divided by gallons. People per square mile would be the people divided by the square miles. All right. All right. Comparing area from English to metric. 1 square inch is about 6.5 square centimeters. You can read through here. Metric does have what they call a hectare, which is their measurement of land. So 1 of our acres is equal to 0.4 hectares. So this chart will come up whenever you start. So here's what we do. A property in Italy is advertised at $545,000 for 6.8 hectares. So let's say you're going over there to buy that and you want to know how much am I getting? You're used to acres. So what we want to do is we want to convert 6.8 hectares to acres. All right. So we do just like we did before. We start with 6.8 hectares. And I'm just going to put HT. I don't know what the over 1. All right. And then I've got to go to the conversion. I want to go from hectares to acres. So if I go back a page here, it is 1 acre is equal to 0.4 hectares, which is HA. All right, so we need the hectares on bottom. So the 0.4 is going to go on bottom. Let me write that as HA. So 0.4 HA is 1 acre. So basically we take 6.8 divided by 0.4. And let me see what this is. So this is exactly like what we were doing the other day already. It's just different conversion tables. Yeah. 17. So that's about 17 acres. All right. Easy enough. All right. Volume. Volume is like how much will go into a 3D object. And this is just going to explain to you how they come up with some things. The volume is of a cubic inch, 1 inch by 1 inch, 1 by 1 inch. It's a cube. Everything's 1 inch long. You multiply the three. You multiply length, width, and height. So that's 1 cubic inch. This is 1 cubic centimeter. All right. If they ask you for volume of one of these pictures, basically you count how many cubes are in the picture. Now, some of them you can't see, but you can see there's 9 on top. That means there's 9 more on bottom. So the volume of this one would be 18 units cubed. Volume is always cubed. Area is always squared. Volume is always cubed. All right. Now, one of the ways we measure volume here in the United States is capacity. If you're in culinary arts, you deal with this a lot. Quarts, pints, gallons, ounces. That's fluid ounces, cups. All right. 8 ounces is equal to a cup. They don't have this on here, but 2 cups is equal to a pint. 2 pints is a quart. 4 quarts is a gallon. And if you look, if I have any, I don't have any of them out. But I've got these things right here that you can have out that's got the conversions, got some of these conversions on there. If it doesn't give it to you, most of the time it's going to give it to you on the problem in the My Pearson. No. Notice 1 cubic yard is about 200 gallons. 1 cubic foot is about 7.48 gallons. 231 cubic inches is about 1 gallon. So those are just our conversions. This is like an equal sign. So notice here, a swimming pool has a volume of 22,500 cubic feet. How many gallons does it hold? So we're starting with 22. How do I make that thicker? I forget. I think it's down here somewhere. No, I guess not. Oh, well, 22,500 cubic feet over 1, and I want to change that to gallons. So I need to compare cubic feet and gallons. If you notice right here, 1 cubic foot is about 7.48 gallons. I need cubic feet to cancel. So the 1 cubic foot's going on bottom, 7.48 gallons is going on top. So that tells me I'm going to multiply 22,500 by 7.48. Exactly like we just did the other day. Yep. And that is, if I can see back here in the dark, 168, 300. 168,300. All right. Nothing new. All right. The metric, their unit of volume is liter. Meter is what we used the other day. And now they use liter. Now notice the prefixes are all the same. It's the L that changed from M to L. So if I were to write it out right here, it would be kangaroos, except with liters, hop, down. Now in the middle, instead of mountains, it's L. All right, down, that's where the mountains go. Drinking, chocolate, milk. So the idea is the same. If I go from a kiloliter to deciliter, 1, 2, 3, 4 hops to the right. So I move the decimal 4 spots to the right. And then here's some conversions. 1 cubic centimeter is equal to 1 milliliter. 1 decimeter cubed is equal to 1,000 centimeters cubed is equal to 1 liter. 1 cubic meter is equal to 1 kiloliter. So these are all conversions we can use. An aquarium has a volume of 3,600 cubic centimeters. So 36,000 cubic centimeters. How many liters is that? So we need to go see if there's a cubic centimeters to liters. And there it is. 1,000 cubic centimeters is equal to 1 liter. So I need the cubic centimeters on bottom. So 1,000 cubic centimeters is 1 liter. That cancels, so I'm going to divide 36,000 divided by 1,000. That gives me, that is 36 liters. 36,000 cubic centimeters is equal to 36 liters. And that's it. So nothing really new, just the same stuff, just with different conversions. So let me